Welcome to another Chainlink update. So there's a lot to talk about right now. Even though the price is not really doing anything, a lot of things are actually happening. First, I want to talk about the fact that Chainlink just had a cross on the bull market support band, and the green line right here went above the red line, and that's usually a very bullish sign. Now let me explain why. So if we check out what happened the previous few times, when the green line went above the red line on the bull market support band, for example right here, as you can see, yes, we did get another low after that, but look at what happened a few weeks later. Chainlink went from about $5 to about $20, $25 almost, in a matter of like 4 months. And let's actually check out what happened in the previous cycle as well. So as you can see here, for example, Chainlink was at about 72 cents and it had a cross. And look at what happened after that. It went from 72 cents to about $5.50. And then here we had another cross. Chainlink was at about $4.95 and it went to about $20. And let's continue. Here is another cross. Chainlink was at about $19 and it went to about $54. So as you can see, we usually go up after we get a cross on the bull market support band. Now, before I talk about the Elliott Wave count, I also have to mention that Bitcoin dominance is currently at a new cycle high, and it's very close to the 0.618 extension right there, which is at 60.34%. So Bitcoin dominance could top in the next couple of days, and we could get an altcoin season. Well, we could start the altcoin season in November. Because as you know, Bitcoin dominance always goes down in November. It always went down in the previous 8 years, and it always went down in November, like I said. And we're also very close to the 0.618 extension, which leads me to believe that November will start the altcoin season, and many altcoins, and Chainlink as well, will be able to finally form some kind of 5-wave move to the upside. Now, of course, the altcoin season, it's not going to happen in 1 month. It's most likely going to take like a few months, like it did right here in the previous cycle, or right here in the cycle before that. And yeah, I think the altcoin season will end by, let's say, March or maybe June of 2025. So obviously we still have time left, and Chainlink still has potential to go up quite a lot from where it's at right now. And as you know, Chainlink is still in a 1-2 setup, which is this right here, and it's holding support levels actually quite well, which means that at some point we need a third wave move to the upside. Now, before I talk about that, let me talk about the short-term potential. So first I want to talk about the Elliott Wave count. As you can see, after getting this low on August 5th, we went up in 3 waves to form some kind of first leg move to the upside. The C wave of this AB structure did not really go to the 200% extension, but that's okay because, it was very close to it. And at the end of the day, this is only the 4-hour chart. So we got close to it, and in my opinion, that's enough. And then after that, we had a second wave move down. And after the second wave move down, we went up in another 3-wave move to the upside, which formed an A wave. And then after that, we formed a B wave in some kind of ABC structure. And now we are trying to head in a C wave of this AB structure to form the third wave of this 1-2 setup right here. And as you can see, Chainlink is struggling quite a bit because at the end of the day, Bitcoin dominance is still going up. So of course, Chainlink cannot go up that much, but still, it's still going up, which is good. Now, I did remove some wave counts on here because a 1-2 setup got invalidated, and I think this is no longer a 1-2 setup. This turned into something entirely different. And, I think I'm going to get rid of this ABC structure right here. It's pretty much pointless. And I will also get rid of this support level right here. And yeah, I'm still expecting Chainlink to go to the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup right here and get to about $17.20 in the third wave right here. Also, another thing to mention is the fact that Chainlink reacted to the trend line again. Now, of course, it did get below it slightly, but it did not really break below it. It did not stay below it, and it actually bounced off of it. So I think this is actually very bullish. And we could see Chainlink break above the bull market support band very, very soon. And if we do that, we have to kind of stay above it if we want to stay bullish. Now, like I said, and unexpecting Chainlink and the other altcoins to get a pump in November. So I think it's very likely that Chainlink will form some kind of 5-wave move to the upside in November. And these are the 5 waves that we need. So after we get this 3rd wave right here, we will need a 4th wave move down and then a 5th wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that A, the 2nd wave move down right here is in, and B, that we are heading in a main 3rd wave move to the upside. And I don't know if you can remember this, but in the previous cycle, when Chainlink went in its 3rd wave move to the upside, it went from about 18 cents to about $18, which is a 100x. So there is obviously a lot of potential for Chainlink to go up at least like $100, maybe even $150 in the 3rd wave right here. Also, keep in mind, in the previous cycle, Chainlink went up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and that formed a 1st wave move to the upside. Then in the bear market, it went down into an A, B, C structure to form a 2nd wave move down, which means that if this 1-2 setup is accurate, we need a 3rd wave of that 1-2 setup, and of this 3rd wave right here, we only have the first 2 waves, and as you know, if we do get a 3rd wave of a 3rd wave is usually the most impulsive, so we could realistically even go to like $250 on this 3rd wave right here. Now, I'm not saying we will do that, but it is possible, and you have to keep that in mind. And like I said, my predictions for this bull cycle are pretty much on the chart, so I'm expecting Chainlink to go somewhere between $110 and $250, but if it goes above that, I would not really be surprised, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, this will be a 3rd wave of a 3rd wave, so this has to be insane. Also, keep in mind, if Bitcoin dominance starts dropping right now, it would make the most amount of sense for the Chainlink to finally start a 3rd wave move to the upside. Because as you know, most altcoins start the 3rd wave move to the upside when Bitcoin dominance stops. So yeah, this would make a lot of sense right now, and don't be surprised if we get a huge pump in November, December, January, February, March, and even April and May as well. Also, if you look at the monthly chart, as you can see, Chainlink currently has an RSI of like 48, so it could realistically go up like 10x from where we are at right now, and only that would make it be overbought on the monthly chart, which is insane to think about. Because as you can see in the previous cycle, when we were right here, when we were at an RSI of about 53, Chainlink was at about $1.46. And to get to the overbought territory on the monthly, Chainlink needed to go from about $1.46 to about $48. So yeah, that's also something you need to think about. The RSI has cooled off, and there is potential for Chainlink to start getting a huge pump very, very soon. Also, I want to quickly talk about the Bitcoin chart as well. As you can see, Bitcoin currently broke above the trend line right here, and it's currently heading for $80,000, which is the 3rd wave target of this 1-2 setup. And I think that will happen very, very soon, and by very, very soon, I mean maybe in the next 2 weeks or so. And then of course, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to hit 100k by the end of the year, and I still think Bitcoin will hit about 200 to even 255k by the end of the cycle, so nothing has really changed there. And if Bitcoin gets to these levels, I mean, of course, Chainlink will also be able to go up like 10x or 20x from where it's at right now. That's not even a question anymore. And also, don't forget, Bitcoin dominance is close to topping, so altcoins will get a huge boost very, very soon. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.